For many species of fish, the weight, W, is a function of the length, X, given by W equals kx to the third, where k is a constant depending on the species. Suppose k equals 0.008. W is in pounds and x is in inches. So the weight is, and here's my equation, I'm going to write it down below here, W of x equals 0.008 x to the third. Now let's just review just a moment what the variables stand for. It says x is in inches, so x is the length of the fish in inches. And then W of x is its weight, and that is in pounds. So that's our function that we're going to begin with, and the part A says find the inverse of this function. So there's my function. Let's go through the process of finding the inverse. So I will change my W of x to y. I will switch my x and y values to find the inverse. And I will solve for y. Well, if I'm going to solve for y, I need to divide both sides by 0.008. Okay, so y to the third equals, and this is where you're going to have to do something a little bit different in order to get the correct answer according to MyMathLab. Remember that there is a 1 coefficient in front of the x. So I'm going to take 1 divided by 0.008. And I get 125. So this fraction is equivalent to 125, and then we have our x. And now what we want to do is we want to take the cube root of both sides to solve for y. So y equals the cube root of 125 x. And that is our inverse. So now we'll convert it back into inverse notation. Now, if this can simplify, we want to simplify it. So let's see what the cube root of 125 is. That is 5. So we can say this is equal to 5 times the cube root of x. Now, this is the inverse. So our x in this one is our weight. It's the opposite of what we had in our original function. And our W inverse of x is our length. So the inverse gives us the length of the fish if we know the weight. So we're going to use the inverse function to find the length of a fish that weighs, that should say weighs without the T, 27 pounds. So all you're going to do is plug in a 27 for x. And you can use your calculator. You know that the cube root of 27 is 3. So this would be 5 times 3, which is 15, and that is in inches. So that should help you with some of those homework problems in your My Math Lab course.